let me ask you something. Multiple interviews for a job. Do you think that's necessary? Because we're asking a lot of time. You're asking a lot of time from this person.
It depends on the industry.
And at the end of the day, they don't get the job.
Well,
okay, elaborate on that. Then.
Here's the thing. Like when I was in mortgages, and we go through the process of hiring. Like when I was a manager, I would interview someone. If I liked them, I'd be like, cool. I can't make the decision to hire them, right? Mm-hmm. My manager's managers, that's his decision. So then I'm like, cool. I want you to see talk to my manager. If my manager talks to him, which most of the times he's going to sign off on it because he's going to be like, oh, if you like him, mm-hmm. I have to meet him because it's, I have to push him to the next person. Mm-hmm. Then you come in for the second interview. That looks good. Then they have to go to the hiring manager, which is, pretty much the owner.
Then skip that middle process.
Then
does the middle manager have to see this person? He could just look at it on a sheet of their recommendations, be like, okay, on paper.
Here's why. If I'm hiring someone on my team and I didn't interview them, someone else did, then I'm getting someone that I don't know, right? Mm-hmm. That maybe if I would have interviewed him, I would have been like, red flag. We're not going to get along because you can tell. The worst thing is when someone tells you to your face, I don't like your management style. And you're like, fuck. Mm-hmm. Like people just don't get along. Like people's personalities don't get along, right? Mm-hmm. So we're all wired different. So when you get that person that says, I don't like working under you, and the question is always like, what do you do? Well, okay, let me find someone that you work better with. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. We don't get along. It's because I didn't get a chance to interview them and then go through that process. But I get what you're saying. It depends on the situation, and I can see why people don't like interviewing for the same job 3-4 times. There's
people who've gone through like the 4th, 5th interview and not get the job.
I have.
That sucks. Like, why did you waste all my time and tease me throughout this whole process?
The worst is when you're being recruited. Mm-hmm. And they're saying, you'd be great at this. I just need you to go through this process. Mm-hmm. Everyone goes through this process. But you're saying I'm the one you want. Mm-hmm. You're the hiring manager. You're like the higher side. But I have to get this guy that has the same job title as me in a different state to interview. If he likes you, you go to this person. You like me. You called me. You want me to work for you. And like I got to that 5th interview. And then when it's not like they tell you no. They ghost you. Right? That's the worst.
Oh, yeah, they always ghost
you.
They
ghost you.
What was that? Like the 5th date? Like I deserve at least a response back, man.
When you send a text or send an email, you're not going to reply. But before all these interviews, you send a text, you get an answer in 30 seconds. You send an email, you get it within the hour. Then after that 5th interview, hey, I interviewed with your CEO. I haven't heard anything. What's going on? A week goes by. An excuse. Oh, sorry, we're like in our busy season. Okay.
Do you think ghosting is acceptable?
Not at all. Not at all.
I'll say this. After the first interview, it's acceptable.
No.
But if you've done 2 or more interviews, you deserve a response back for rejection.
I think the level of you're right, that the level of ghosting should definitely go up the higher you interview. Like I still don't think it's acceptable at the primary, at the first initial interview. Mm-hmm. But the higher you go up, ghosting should not be at all.
Yeah, I only say the first because they're probably interviewing like, say, 50 people, right? Like these are like 50 people who are interested in talking real quick, understand, and you can't respond to everyone that like we're not moving forward with you. I kind of understand that. In a way, it sucks, but if you're at the second, like okay, you're taken seriously.
You're screened. Yeah, you're already
taken
screened.
seriously. They have their level of interest has increased, and if they ghost you after the 2nd, 3rd, 4th interview, like come on, I deserve a response back. Like, how am I supposed to respect this company if they don't respect people who work for them?
Exactly. That's an accidental ghost, right? The first time because of all the people you're interviewing. Mm-hmm. That's more of an accidental ghost. But what if you're ghosting because, I don't want to turn this guy down? Like then you're leading me on, right? Mm-hmm. It's just like when you're dating and you get ghosted and you're like, what's going on? Most of the times, it was someone leading you on because they had something else going on. Like same thing in the business world. You're leading this person on by ghosting them because you're interviewing other people that you kind of like, but you don't know if they like you. Like you got him a job offer. This is like real life. You like this person, but you sent this other guy a job offer. If that guy doesn't, he has a week to accept the offer or not. If he doesn't accept the offer, I can go back to this person. Same thing in dating, right? Like
this is the top preference.
I have 2 other side pieces that I like but don't love. I love this person, but she doesn't really love me. She's not showing me the kind of interest. Let me see if I could throw more breadcrumbs. I'm not getting the right answers. She's not texting me. She's not calling me. She, this and that. Okay, let me call option number 2.
Yeah, but when do you get back to option number 2, though? That's the thing. It's like sometimes it's never.
Sometimes it's never, but it's a lot more than you think. Let's be honest. Like I always had 3 different options at any given time. And when I got out of, when I was in college, oh, she doesn't want to hang out. I'll hang out with her. Oh, she can't hang out. I'll hang out with her. Right. You always had, different people you can hang out with. But in jobs, it's like, I really think they ghost you if they like you because they sent someone an offer and that person hasn't responded. So they don't want to turn you down in case this person doesn't take the job.
But you could go months without.
Well,
because I understand what you're getting at, but like they never respond back.
Well,
what does
that's
that mean?
Different. That's
they
different.
Still hold your interest after like 6 months?
Yeah. Or does that mean that they offered this person, they had a week, they said no? They offered another person, they have a week, they said no? That's a problem, right? Like if I'm option 50 and you're sending all these job offers to all these people and they're saying no and then it's trickling down.
Yeah, okay, but let's say the number.
We'll keep you in mind, but right now it's a no. Just say that.
Just say that. Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, just be honest. Like we really like you, but we have other candidates that we kind of like a little bit more.
Yeah, I get that. We'll keep your name on file and whatnot. I've gotten those type of responses back, but there's some that I never get a response back.
Yeah.
Like I said, the first one, I get it, the first interview, but if you have like 2 or more.
But it goes both ways, though. So I've been in a situation where I've ghosted companies, right? Because I'm interviewing with a company and I hear nothing. Then I interview with a second company and I'm like, okay, I kind of like this. I can see myself working here, because that first company I haven't talked to in a month, right? So I'm interviewing with the second company and this company I haven't talked to in a month all of a sudden calls me and goes, hey, we want to set up a second interview. I'm like, oh, man, are you serious? Like, I really want to work for you guys, but you ghosted me, but I'll come second interview. And
so it's not a technical ghost then if they respond back.
But a month later.
But it took a month.
That's a long time when you're unemployed.
It is a long time.
That's a long time. I've been unemployed. You've been unemployed. A lot of people are unemployed. A week is a long time.
A week is a long time.
And if you're not getting daily wins when you're unemployed, it sucks. So.
Oh yeah, I've been there where I've been unemployed for months, and then you get a response back, you get excited. And then you get ghosted. You're like, gosh, dang it, man.
I have a couple friends that in the mortgage industry that have been ghosted, and they very vocal on LinkedIn saying how mad they are. Like they go through this interview process and they're getting ghosted and they can't get a job and this and that. It's hard right now. It's just hard.
Thanks for watching our clip. If you want to see more clips like this and you like our views, like the show, click here for some more clips. If you want to hear the whole podcast, watch the whole podcast, click here for the whole podcast. Remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll get back to you. Thank you, and have a great day.